Hello everyone. Welcome once again to the third part of USA car sales analysis where we connected Excel, XML and Access DB files. So we have already done part 1, part 2 and part 3. From part 1 we can go to part 2. From part 2 we can click here and go to part 3. In part 3 we are solving very simple questions like what are top 10 customers by total sales. Here as a beginner you can learn how to apply top 10 filter or top n filter on visuals. Then we are solving total sales by company color and model, and you will see usage of these icons as we did in the previous part here. And one question is what is total sales by dealer region. Here we are just seeing usage of uh, tree map and what is meaning of tree map, and total sales by dealer name. Here all the data that we are seeing is for color red. You can select different colors, you can visualize different data that you already know. So now we will get started with this part and learn something from it. So to get it started with part 3, we will simply duplicate this part, and first of all I'll get rid of these different charts. So let me get rid of them. And now we have our notepad where all questions of part 3 are written. So in part 3 they are asking questions related to total sales. So we will try to answer these questions. And first question is what is total sales by customer. So this is our sales table, and this is the measures table where we created different measures in the first and second part. So we will rename this as total sales, and this one was company and car model wise analysis. So we'll call it company and car model wise sales analysis. In total sales, first we have to answer simple question what is total sales by customer. Now you can answer this question as a table also, or you can use some other visual, and there are many customers. So I will just modify this question. So we can say top 10 customers by total sales. Obviously you can display all of them, but we are just adding one additional thing here. You can display all of them like this as we did in previous part, which if you haven't seen you should go and watch. So this is part 3 of 5. So first of all we will see where we can find customer, and actually here you can see in the car, in the table that is called as car, we have the customer name, and here customer name and gender is given. So first of all we will take a stack column chart, and actually we already have a theme that we created, like we styled everything here. So we will simply copy that chart here, and in this chart we will obviously arrange it like this, and in this chart we will replace company name with customer name. And here you can see on y-axis we had YTD total sales, and on legend we had model name. So we can remove them, and from here, because total sales is asked not YTD, so we will add price here and just select as average price or sum of price. In this case, because total price is asked, so we will write like this. Now you can see there are so many customers, and we can also do one more thing. Here we have the data labels. So we have value, and we will try to display these values in a different color so that they are visible over here. Next thing, you can see their position is auto. We can select inside end, for position, and let's see, and because of size maybe inside, and they are not able to show the data, so that's why outside is only possible. And here you can see it is showing data in millions based on the unit that we have selected here. If you will select none, you can see it is showing the exact values. We can select thousands also, that will be better. So this will show us total sales by customer, and we will simply copy this top 10 customers by total sales, and in general tab we will just replace the title like this. Now if you have to show top 10, obviously these are not top 10, these are all customers. To show top 10, we can simply go to filters. In filter you can see customer name is all. So whenever you have to show something like top 10, you can just select basic filtering, select top 10, and here enter that number, and in by value just select that value with which you want to sort the top 10 values, or select the top 10 values. So top 10 value by total sales, and now we have these top 10 customers. First we have Emma and Lucas and so on. These are desired results. And now what we can do is we can do one more thing. Let's say here columns are given. So here column color is given single color, but we can also show this color on the basis of a logic. So here in sheet we have price, that is sum of price is basically uh, it is the data. Instead of rule we'll select gradient. Now you can see if it is a lowest value, let's say if it will be displayed with a red color. If it is the highest value, and it will be displayed with a blue color. So this way you will be able to see those values as well. So this is a simple case where we can see these values, and obviously this legend is showing what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value. So you can go to visual, and from here you can disable the legend to see the value like this. So these are top 10 customers by total sales. And as I was saying, like if we can select inside base or inside center, and we can actually show these values like horizontal value or vertical value. Obviously horizontal is not possible, so I have selected vertical. Now you will be able to see these values for different customers. So this is one way of showing this answer. Next is what is total sales by dealer region. Before answering this question, we will see how many unique dealer regions are there. So that information is given here, and you can see these are different dealer regions. So this is dealer region. Obviously something like that we have already answered in the first part, but total sales by dealer region, if we have to show in a different way, how we can do that. So obviously these values are city names. So what we can do here, we can select a simple tree map chart, and we are, see, this is for beginners. We are just learning usage of different type of charts and how to use them. So you can see we have category name here. In category we will bring the dealer uh, region here. So in category we will bring the dealer region, and then in values we can bring total sales. So from here we can bring price, and we can bring total sales. So because we copied the data, so now it is automatically copying the same color scheme, like you can see, but we can color to, we can remove the color to give it this kind of feel. So this is the default color scheme that now we are using, and this is showing sum of price. So what we can do here, if we can simply, instead of sum of price, we can rename for this visual as total sales. So because that is something that we are analyzing in this data, and by total sales we can see it is highest in Austin, then Janesville, then Scottsdale, and so on. So this is total sales by dealer region. Then they're asking total sales by company, color, and model. So now they're asking three questions. So for that we can definitely create a tabular chart, and I explained you in the previous chapter also how to create these tabular charts in detail. So now we can obviously reuse them, and what I will do, I will try to use 50% of width for this and 50% for this, and we can, yeah, use the same height, and for this also. Now for table they are asking three questions: total sales by dealer, by company, color, and its model. So here in these cases you can see in rows, we earlier in rows we had company, and then we had these values like YTD, average price, car sold, etc. But here in rows itself it needs a lot of other information. So first of all we will select a table chart. In table chart whatever is asked, total sales by company, color, and model. First I will copy this so that I don't have to see again and again, because this is what we have to do. So first we will add the name of company here, then model. So now you can see once you are using a simple table chart or matrix chart, we can easily add the company name. Then we can go to general tab. In title we can enable it, and we can show total sales by company, color, and model. Now they also want to bring color. So from the other table we can bring color information also, which is available in the sales table, because when actual sales are happening, that is available in the sales data. So here we can simply add color name, and then we can add price for total sales, which we can actually rename as total sales, and if you want you can show dollar. So now we have the information: company, model, color, and total sales. We can easily resize them, and you can see these values. Here you have totals. So for example, total values are given, their text color is given, and this is given like this, which is barely visible. So we will select something like this so that at least these totals are visible. Next, so you can see company, model, color, because here we have only one numerical value. So whatever cell elements were added, if you remember in the previous part, whatever cell elements were needed, so we can add in total sales, and we can enable the data bars like this, and then we can select. So we'll be able to see for Lexus model LS400, color black, we have highest total sum of sales. You can also enable icon for it, because we have organized it in this way. So you will be able to see that now it is showing actual values, like all the top values in green color, all the values falling between 33 to 67% in this orange color, and all other values in low sales value. We can also arrange it by color, we can arrange it by model to actually see these values. So this is total sales by company, color, and model. If you want, you can go to values and increase their size a little bit so that it will be better for analysis. So this is third question, easy to answer, but important for you to understand how to understand the question and answer it. Then they are asking what is the average sales by dealer. So we are not going to use any other case, and actually we calculated total sales and average price, so we can use that as well. So, and because I did it in the first part, so I I thought we only had YTD, but we actually have them. Now by dealer. So first of all, if you see in the car SQL table, so in this table First, let's see how many dealers we have. You can see we have many dealers, and when we have so many dealers, so either we can answer this question as a table also, or we can answer it like this as well, like how we did top 10 customers by total sale, or we can answer like a funnel also. So let's see example of a funnel, how to use that and what is the purpose of this. When you are creating a funnel chart, a category is created, a category field is given. So in the category field you will put something that is categorical like dealer name. Then in values you have to select something, like here they are asking average price. You can see average price was calculated using total price divided by total number of cars. So this was actually by total number of cars and not by total number of orders given in the sales sheet. If you want total number of orders like an average, you can select like this as well. Obviously you can see here average sales amount by dealer is almost are very close to each other, and if you actually select the average price per car, that is also very close. So now here you can see because in question average price is asked, so we will select the average price. Now here we have so many dealers, so first thing here also we will do average price is all and dealer name is this. So we have so many dealers, so we will do basic filtering, sorry, top n filtering, and we will select top, let's say top 5 dealers, and by value. So in value we will drag this, and here we will select average. Like in the previous case we did sum, here we will select average, and now once you will apply, you will be able to see that dealer name and their value also. First dealer will get 100%, so their average sales value is 28.77k, so this will be marked as 100%. Then this is what, this is percentage of previous, so it is 99.42. so if you see average sales of these dealers are almost identical and very close to each other, which will give business information of how different dealers are performing in terms of average sales. If you simply change it to sum, now the case will be different. And I am just changing this question back to total sales, but you can also answer average. So now we have this information, and now I will rename for this visual as total sales. Now we have this formal visual where we have colors. So obviously this default is used, but you can use some other color as well if needed. So for example something like this, or light color. So if you actually want to use there, so let's go with this color, or you can go with this kind of customization also. So for that you will just copy this and apply here. So now you can see automatically all the lower values are in this shade and all higher values are in this shade. Next we have data labels and values. So obviously these values are properly visible, so we don't have any problem with that. These are category labels, the dealer names, which are not visible, so I will select some color that they are properly visible. So now we have the total sales by dealer name as a funnel chart. Now when we created this chart, so actually we use that icon, but here now because we have another page, so we will go to insert and buttons, and we'll select a right arrow, and we will use this. So this right arrow, that is something that we used in the first part also. Here we have the effects, sorry, here we have the icon, and in icon we have line color, so we can select some icon like this, like that, its size like this, and we can increase its size also. So here it is given, and we can use the same size as we used. Let's go with 25 or 45. Okay, so this way you can actually choose icon. So this is something that I did here. So I used different styling for it. Here in icon I selected this color, and size was auto. I just zoomed it. So here I will just replace it and paste it. Now this is a button, so it should go to some page. So its action is on page navigation, and its destination will be total sales. In total sales, and because this is last, so its action will be to go back. Now how it will work, if you see here, so if you will click here, it will take you to this page. So if you start from here, you can click here, you can then click here. So this can be one way of navigation, of navigating through pages. Or in many other examples I have shown you how to add the navigation buttons like this. So you can actually add navigator, page navigator. So you can see this type of page navigator will come, and you can put it anywhere in your report. Actually we have to make some space, but we can use it anywhere, and then we can click and navigate to that page. So that is also something we can use. So we are just learning different things with different examples. So this is part 3. In part 4 we will come with more detailed questions, not easy questions like this, but this was something that we are just doing to analyze total sales by different categorical fields that are given, demography that is given. We can also add customer gender, but customer related information we will try to analyze in some other part. So just try this at your end, see how it goes, and obviously these filters will work everywhere. So because we just copied them from first part. So like if we just select the red color cars, that's how you can see the performance of red color cars. So you can see different performances, and you can actually format it in your own way. This is something that I have just tried. Thanks once again. If you like this tutorial, please hit like. Please watch 2 other parts also that are there, and next part will come soon. So thanks once again. Have a nice day.